Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down a business strategy that gets right into a fear that, a lot of us have, being way too far away to take care of the people we love. We're going to see how one company took that anxiety and turned it into a bond with their customers that's basically unbreakable. So let's just start with a problem that millions of people are dealing with right now. Imagine this. You're living your life, working abroad, maybe thousands of miles from where you grew up. But your parents, they're getting older and they're still back home. So how do you actually manage their health, their well-being, when you can't be there? It's a huge, emotionally draining challenge. And this quote, man, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's that feeling, that helplessness. A company down in Trivandrum, India, they recognized that this was the real problem. And they figured out that their solution couldn't just be some product off a shelf. It had to be a promise. Okay, so if you want to build a truly great solution, you first have to understand the problem on a really deep emotional level. For folks from the Indian state of Kerala who are living and working all over the world, taking care of their parents back home isn't just about, logistics. It's about something way, way deeper. And here is the absolute key insight. Arranging for medicine or booking appointments, that's just the stuff on the surface. The real pain, the thing that keeps you up at night, is that constant nagging worry, that feeling in your gut that you're just not there when you're needed most. The best business strategies, they don't just solve the practical stuff. They soothe these really powerful emotional needs. So what's so fascinating is how digging into that customer anxiety led to this fundamental shift in their whole strategy. They realized they couldn't just be another pharmacy, another vendor. They had to become something much, much more. And this table just lays it out perfectly. Look on the left. You've got your standard pharmacy. It's a transactional business. They sell a product, medicine. But then look at the right. That's the pivot. That's what they became, a dedicated health partner. They stopped just selling medicine and started selling peace of mind. They turned a one-time transaction into a real long-term partnership. They weren't just giving you a product, they were giving you a whole solution. So how'd they actually pull this off? How did they deliver on that big promise? Well, they built their entire business around what they call 4 pillars of care. And each one of these is designed as a direct answer to a very specific fear that a child living abroad has. First up, let's talk about the most basic concern, just getting the medicine. I mean, for an older person, a trip to the pharmacy can be a whole ordeal. It can be exhausting, even dangerous with traffic and all that. And for the child who can't help with that simple errand, it's a source of this constant low-grade worry. So the solution? It's so straightforward, but man, is it effective. They just deliver the medicine right to the doorstep. And just like that, they completely eliminate the risk, the travel, the hassle. Boom, that first layer of worry is immediately gone. Okay, the next problem gets a little more complex. Elderly patients are often on a bunch of different medications. You've got different dosages, different times. It's really easy to get confused. And like the quote says, they might be too shy or just feel rushed to ask the doctor to explain it all again. And that can be really dangerous. And this is where they really start to feel less like a pharmacy and more like a true partner. They have qualified pharmacists who will sit down with the parents in person or over a video call and just explain everything clearly in their own language. They basically translate all that complicated doctor speak into simple, easy-to-follow advice. All right, problem number 3. This one is all about the mental load that gets put on the child who's living abroad. They end up becoming the human reminder system, right? And that adds so much stress to their own daily life. What if I forget to call? What if they run out of a really important pill? So their system just automates this whole stressful process. They provide simple pill organizers, sure, but the real magic is a proactive system that tracks all the prescriptions and automatically sends reminders to everybody, the parents and the child abroad. They effectively take that stressful job of remembering right off the entire family's shoulders. And finally, we get to the 4th pillar, and this one tackles what is often the biggest fear of all, a doctor's visit or a trip to the hospital. This is the moment when that feeling of helplessness for a child who's far away is at its absolute peak. Who's going to be there to hold their hand? This solution is their signature move. It's the most human part of this whole thing. They provide a trained care buddy who basically acts as the child's stand-in. This person goes with the parents to the appointment, helps them talk to the doctor, takes detailed notes, and then sends a full summary back to the child. They literally become your eyes and ears on the ground. And it's not some vague promise either. The Care Buddy's role is broken down into 4 super clear professional steps. It's a real mission, from arranging the ride to helping out during the visit, taking clear notes, and then reporting everything directly back to you. This simple process gives the child abroad a huge sense of control and calm. Nothing gets missed. So here's the genius part. This is how they tie it all together. They don't just sell these things as one-off services. Nope. They bundle them all into a single, really compelling membership plan. And that completely changes the relationship they have with their customers. See, by creating a membership, they create a long-term partnership. Customers get this complete shield of care, everything from unlimited free delivery to a dedicated person they can call anytime. It's not a one-time purchase anymore. It's an ongoing subscription to reassurance. So when you boil it all down, the entire model comes back to this one incredibly powerful idea. They figured out that their real product wasn't pills or logistics or appointments. They were selling the most valuable thing you could possibly sell to a worried child thousands of miles away: genuine peace of mind. And that really just leaves us with a final thought, something for you to chew on. This model isn't just about taking care of elderly parents. So think about it. What anxieties exist in your world or in your industry that could be solved not with a fancier product, but with a service that delivers a powerful emotional outcome, like peace of mind?